Oh, who? Can you hear all them frogs? Like a million frogs out here. But whoa, we got some good rain last night, some heavy rain. And it's actually even a little muddy out here today, and you can stab your stick in the ground. But we've walked through here and walked through here. And I'd figured, you know, be doing a lot of juking today with the stick and finding stuff poking out of the hard pan and little silty spots. But I don't understand how anybody walked past that big old blade right there. And that'd be a lot to wash out in just one rain. That's what it is. Big old blade or preform. Some of that really tough nappable mosaic. I mean, I don't know if that camera does that piece justice, but it's like a melting pot of stuff. It's like a bunch of chunks of stone that was thrown into a pot and all melted together. Maybe an edge knocked off of it right there. Hard to tell if that's how they made it. Almost kind of like an edge, but don't see no polish on it. We'll take it. Thank you, Great Spirit. And tried catching up on some comments, but boy, I know I got some videos back there. All kinds of comments left behind, and all I can say is to those sorry, I do appreciate them. I do read every one of them. Just sometimes it's tough to get back to all of them. But I got a bunch of new subscribers. I'd like to thank all of them. Well, I usually try to come to your channel personally and thank you. But definitely come to your channel and check you out. But we'll get off here and see what we can find. And it's Friday, so hopefully for everyone that gets out this weekend, I hope you find something stellar in your path. Big old 4-inch Dixon or nice paleo piece, what we all like. Some hunters hunt their whole life and never find a true paleo piece. Well, I'd give anything. Find a Folsom or a Cumberland or a Clovis. But we'll quit yakking and get off here. Gotta be something else, the rain washed out. And thanks for always coming along. Thanks for your comments. And I know I say that stuff a lot. I know I do. But it's just, I really appreciate it so much. It's hard not to say it a lot. You know, I like to be expressive. Look up there. But that's a finger. Yeah, kind of finger. Thought it may have been a broken something. Or juke that flake. Yeah, it's just a flake. You know how many times you'll juke at a flake and you know it's just a flake, then you got pieces like this you can't see unless you pop it out all the way. Sometimes you do that and it may be a 4-inch point. Alright, I'll just keep yakking. We'll get off here. Find us an Arrowhead to show. Sure can't ask for better weather. I mean, it was just hot yesterday, hot, 90 some degrees. Today, cloudy and breezy and cool, and it's supposed to be 71 or 73. And then this weekend's only supposed to be sunny with being even 75. But I just picked that broken blade up a while ago. Super thin. Man, shame that thing was broke. Could check it out a little better on the cleanup. Then I just spotted that colorful little guy, which he's a little busted up. Oh yeah, I got a bullseye on that side. But I figured I'd show him. That must be the marijuana chopper. That time of year, they fly around, look for people's patches. It's trying to sprinkle on me a little bit out here. Well, it ain't trying, it is. As soon as I said that, it just started coming. Oh well, it ain't supposed to rain too much. Thank you, Great Spirit, for the finds today. I appreciate them all. Well, we're going to walk around and see what else we can find today. It must be running in pairs. Well, it's really starting to sprinkle. May want to go hide out for a minute. Let it pass over me. No sense in getting soaking wet if I don't have to. Well, we'll see you when we find another one. Yep. Sure don't take much rain to wash out a bird point. But man. What a bummer doodle that is. That'd have been one of them nice tall sequoias. Heavily serrated. Pink. Looks like a little outer core or something maybe. Cool. We'll still take it. Got a lot of ground to cover today. Hopefully there's a full one out here somewhere. But I like it. There was a full juker right there. See where my stick poked in. I just kind of seen that. Oops. That base. Curious, awful sandy, ain't it? Shame she's broke. But we'll take her. Thank you, Great Spirit. Yeah, it rained quite a bit out here. Because when I was out here the other day and found that little Dixon, that pond was dry. So it had to rain a good inch or better. But look, let's see if we can get this on camera. From here, zoomed in. These rugged cameras don't have the best zoom. But I could see that baby laying over there. Look at that. Oh.
Sooner or later, I'll get to the line. But it's a heavy load, so I'm taking my time.
Yepers, just awesome. Thank you, Great Spirit. A little crude, dude, but man, look at the colors in her. Kinds: purple, pink, red, cream, white. Cool. Awesome. Boy, today is just filled with heartbreakers. One right after the other. A pocket full of broken stuff. Got a big old long apple creek. Looks like it's been gone a while, but they've been plowing out here a long time too. Looks like they sharpened that ear down that way. Maybe. Check her out when we get her teeth brushed up.
Sooner or later, I'll get to the line.
Been finding quite a few bullets today too, but they all been shot flat ones like that. Look at the pattern on the back side of that. Maybe I'll show my big shot glass full when I get home on cleanup. Well, this one was a full juker. I didn't see nothing but just barely that much sticking out. It was down there somewhere. You can see where I poked it with my stick. Oh man. Shame it's trigger bit up. You know, oh, look at that. Translucent tip. Come on, Mike. Get it just right. There we go. Boom. Base and everything, man. That'd have been like rose quartz. Pink at the top. And shame that one was trigger bit. Dang. Well, at least this corn's starting to wilt away. I'm finding lots of broken stuff in it. And just hopefully there's a whole one hiding in it somewhere. Let's keep on looking. I find a lot of pieces out here like this. I know there's gotta be a hematite axe out there somewhere. Sorry. I'm trying to eat and hold the camera at the same time. But yep, that's hematite, alright. Oops. Partially polished up, but still pigment and red coming off of it. Well, cool. Awesome. Still got some more ground to cover. Phew. How about poopered out? But man, there's so much rock to look at. And I keep finding broken stuff, but it's hard to want to stop. Especially even if you already feel like you're dying. That's when you know you have true shiny rock OCD syndrome. But with all the bullets we find out here all the time and other old metal doodads and stuff like that, someone told me once, keep a lookout for coins. Surprised you don't never see coins out there. Well, I found a penny one time I dropped, but I always knew if I seen an old coin somewhere, boy, I'd notice it right off the bat. Now that's gotta be silver or something, all green, patinted up like that. I don't know nothing about old coins, but yeah, sure can't make out. This side's got a bunch of stuff on it. So I don't know about it being no regular coin. I don't know. What's the best way to get these cleaned up? Or you can, see what they were. There's all that tarnish on there. Might have some kind of age to it. It's gotta be copper or silver or I don't know. Well, we'll put it in our pocket and keep looking for shiny rocks.
One good time every single day.
Here we are at home with a little cleanup. Try and make this not too long. But 3 bullets I found. All shot bullets. And this thing here, I don't know what to think of it. I'm pretty sure it's copper, but I don't know if you can read that on the bottom right there. but it's got it on both sides. And I'm pretty sure it says Louisville or Louisville or something like that. I even tried to do the old pencil trick and it'll bring up the words. But boy, they're awful hard to tell. But you can see this spot right here where I rubbed on it. It sure looks copper underneath there. It's not heavy enough to be, I mean, it could be yellow brass, but I don't think it'd be red brass, but light as it is, I just think it's copper. This piece of hematite, still almost in raw form, but being worked over. And the way it gets that black look to it is being polished on. As if they were polishing something else or gonna polish this up or something. Who knows? Who knows? I had some really beat up ones out there. I mean, this probably come off of a thick, crude point. Sure didn't leave much behind. I had this little base here. Made of some cool material. Another base of some kind of tool. This here's actually pretty cool, but I think what happened was it had a tip that come up to it. And it may even been a North Point, because it has some hecacious flaking on it now. But it doesn't appear, I mean, there is in a couple little spots like right there and back over in here there's some little edge work, but a lot of places it don't have no edge work. That big tool I found to start with, and it could be an edge. I mean, it has that bit end to it and kind of shaped like an edge, just big and kind of mean. You can tell it's some pretty rough material that it's trying to nap there. I mean, it just kept causing hinges. Let's see, next tool. This great big tool here. That's pretty mean looking. A lot of outer core left on it. And just a bit end right there. Like I say, could do something or another. So that's pretty much got the tools taken care of. Well, here's a big tip I had. And this tip, man, I wish I would have found whatever this was whole. Some really cool material. Super thin. I mean, just super thin. And we had this tip here. Oh, fat guy. Got a like little, I don't know, it's like a cotton rock pocket in it or something. Not a quartz pocket. And this guy here I found after I found that first big tool. This archaic side notch right in the ears. It's ground, but on the base he ain't ground. But this side here's got some pretty cool colors. If that camera's doing it any justice, but this other side with that blue in there wrapped around that red, that's really cool. We don't get a lot of that blue color. It's kind of rare. Oh, then had this knife. I really wish this wouldn't have been broke. I think this here probably has some age to it, but I mean, it's not ground anywhere. There's a little nick in it right there, but the flaking on this. This side's a little rougher because it's got that mean spot in it right there. Still cool. Had this little guy here. He all freeze popped on this side. Had this little side notch guy here too. Not really sure about him. All broken up. And this guy here, I'd call this a little spently point. Got that cool bullseye on that side, but I mean, it's got some knocked off of it, but it was a mean point to start with. probably made by the 5 to 8-year-old group. This Apple Creek here, now that's a heartbreaker here. Thin, very nicely well worked. Awesome material. Just awesome material. Here's another Apple Creek heartbreaker. And what haven't we got to yet? That little birdie right there. And this bird, I thought it was broke, but I've glassed it over pretty good. And I think that red tip is actually a piece of outer core. They just left the tip on it like that. I mean, he's rough. He's a rough little birdie. But this thing here, it's got some pretty good zoom power on it. Just as good as a loop, if not better sometimes. And then this guy is a real heartbreaker for the day. Oops, my tripod. Sorry about probably making all kinds of squeaking noises. But this thing and its material, this ear's made just the way it is, and then missing this ear, and then missing just a tad bit of tip. But look at the bands in it, and then it's pink, and then you do this number to the light, and it's just boom, all translucent except for that little black spot, even onto the base. Man, that'd have been a killer Apple Creek. I mean, it's still a nice find, but man, shame. I mean, I could have even dealt with the ear. Oops, if it at least had the tip. Man, what a piece. I mean, just beautiful. Well, thanks for always coming along, everybody. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your views. Hope y'all have a great weekend. And you know the routine. If you get out to find something, may the Great Spirit lay a stellar point in your path. Have a good weekend, everybody. Later.
Job with I don't know, but nothing too hard. I need to get away